This panic button. You click panic button. You like panic button. You subscribe panic button.
I'm Nina. Hi.
This panic button, Jesse. Nina. Jesse, subscribe.
So there's a clip of Patricia Arquette going viral. She was being interviewed on the red carpet at the Elton John AIDS Foundation's 34th Annual Academy Awards viewing party. Anyway, this is what she said.
Oscar. Until then, zip it. No, I mean, I don't think one of our rights in our Constitution is freedom of speech. And as an artist, I don't think you have to divorce yourself from who you are as a person.
You've done so much for the trans community, and I know that your sister would be so proud of you.
My sister did so much for the trans community. You know, right now we're looking at a real attack on the trans community. We're seeing people lose their driver's license suddenly with no way to get to even the DMV.
I'm so sorry. I know that not everyone likes when I pause it, but they're not losing their driver's license. They're getting reinstated a driver's license that fits their biological. They're not allowed to drive.
Yeah.
They're allowed to drive. There's no country, there's probably countries, but there's no state, to my knowledge, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I doubt I am. There's no state that says if you are trans, you can't drive. There's no state that says if you're gender confused, you can't drive. There should be states that say that if you're too old, you should have a test that should determine if you should drive. I think that should happen. But I still don't think it's happening. So
This is like when they say, I'm at work and I can't use the bathroom. It's like, no, you can use the bathroom. You just can't use the women's bathroom. Sir, who thinks he's a man?
yeah, they're losing the license that they preferred because it said woman on it instead of saying, I don't know, TWTF, you know, whatever the hell you want to put it as.
Yeah, they're being reissued new driver's licenses with their sex on it.
Honestly, as someone who works in a certain area where you have to check IDs, you know how confusing and concerning it is when I've gotten IDs that have pictures of women and there's a presenting male in front of me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I remember you telling me stories about that.
Yeah. And, like, obviously you did a good enough job. You convinced me that you were at least masculine enough.
Did you hear them speak?
Yeah, but to me they seem like young boys, which is why I asked for their IDs.
Oh, you're not talking about trans women. You're talking about trans men, right?
Specifically.
Okay.
Yes. But my point is, issue them a new ID. I don't look for female or male when I'm checking your ID. I look for your birthday and your picture to make sure that you're the person on the ID.
Right.
Which most people do when they have to do any alcohol or tobacco sales.
Yeah.
Which is what you're taught. You look sometimes to see if it's valid, but you're not like, nobody is looking to see your gender unless you look crazy. Then they might look.
Or if you get pulled over, the police.
Then a cop might. Yeah, because they're trying to see if it's a real ID or not.
Right.
But if they run it and then it comes back as valid, then yeah, they're going to get the same information that you look like a chick or a dude and aren't that.
Yeah. This is just like Hollywood talk, trying to make something out to seem the way it isn't.
I do agree that a lot of these people don't have a way to get to the DMV, but that's because they don't have the money saved to get a car.
Well, if you want to get alcohol or cigarettes or vapes, or if you want to gamble, get scratch-off tickets, anything like that, you're going to need a license. That's just a part of being an adult.
That's common knowledge. And even if you can't get a driver's license, at least from what I know in New York State, you get a government-issued ID.
Yeah.
It's not a driver's license because it does not allow you to drive, but it is an ID from New York State at least. I'm sure they have it in other states that says that I'm a New York State resident and this is my information and this is my age and this is proof that I live here.
Yeah. People like this who like to say things that aren't completely accurate, they're just hoping the people that listen to them are dumb and will just take their word for it instead of doing any research to actually find out what's going on.
So to backtrack, because I don't know, and we already paused it once, and people don't like when I keep pausing it. Who's her sister?
You ever seen The Wedding Singer? Okay.
Is her sister brother? Is it a brother, sister?
Yeah, he's not alive anymore. He used to be on The Surreal Life. He's been in a few movies. He was in Pulp Fiction where he played a man. Okay, Alexis Arquette. Yeah, that's him. He was in She's All That, which I don't even remember him being in She's All That. So yeah, that's what he looks like. Yeah.
Okay.
So
We're seeing people not allowed to go to the bathroom, even though
I knew they were going to use that, man.
It's like they're in class and they're like, "Can I use the bathroom?" And the teacher says no, which also doesn't really happen unless you're a kid that gets into trouble, right?
Who's telling someone you can't use the toilet? You can, just not in a female bathroom. That's all. You can use single-sex stalls. You can use a family bathroom, handicap bathroom, men's bathroom. But men who say their women can't use a female bathroom, they use this argument all the time.
What do they
use
think
this
we're in some
statement
third
all
world
the time.
country where we can't use bathrooms? And, like, not even you and me, but like people can't use bathrooms, people can't drive.
Yeah.
You
they're-
can legally do all of these things being trans.
Yeah, they're relying on stupid people to take them at their word.
Even at this point, they're legally allowed to use the bathrooms of their choice. Despite us not agreeing with it, they're still allowed to do it in most areas. So, again, you're allowed to use the bathroom. Sometimes even the bathroom of your choice.
And
What are
even-
you saying?
And even if these men weren't allowed to use any bathroom whatsoever, they could still like whip it out on the side of the road and go pee. They might get arrested
Hypothetically.
for indecent exposure.
I mean, a woman wouldn't be able to.
A woman
That's-
wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah. So,
My point
there you go.
being, like, what
There's a difference.
what is she even saying? Because none of these things are real.
She's saying this. Listen to me. I'm talking nonsense. Do I
get my Oscar yet?
Celebrity.
Did I get my Oscar yet?
they clearly present, you know, the way that they are, who
Feel.
they are, but they're forcing them to go to the bathroom in the non-corresponding bathrooms. We're seeing people having to flee the country. We're seeing people lose their passports. We're seeing
Having
Who you fleeing the country? Yeah, these people who flee the country are like, I shouldn't have fled the country.
well, where are they going to go? The
Because
UK.
then they get stuck.
Well, even in the UK, it's now illegal for them. It's at least in the UK, it is not within the law for them to go to the bathroom that they were choosing, but the bathroom that they were assigned at birth, essentially. So
You're
where are
born
you
as.
where are you gonna go? That's the most close to America you're gonna get, and that, even they're not down with it.
I mean, they can go to Canada, but I mean, good luck waiting for those hormones and trans surgery. You're gonna be waiting a few years.
I bet you they fast track that shit in Canada.
I wouldn't put it past Canada to do that. Yeah.
Give us more money for these trans surgeries, and then get in the suicide pod.
seeing people talk about their pharmacies no longer offering their life-saving HIV medications. We're talking about pharmacies that are no longer offering PrEP so that HIV doesn't spread. We're seeing Planned Parenthood, the number one healthcare provider in the country, being shut down, which was the number one testing service.
Wait, all of them? She's making it sound like it's all of them. They are getting rid of every single HIV medication.
No,
every
it's not.
single
But it's,
Planned Parenthood. That's how she's making it sound.
It does.
She's
She
conflating
did
everything.
say that at least with that, just to be honest with what I heard, it sounds like she said some people are complaining about the HIV stuff, but other people have to flee the country. So it's like these things that probably could be happening. Where I mean, how much of a shortage did we have in the autism ADHD medication for how long?
Yeah.
So I'm not. Obviously, it's trendy right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if certain medications are unavailable in certain places. That doesn't mean they're not carrying it. It could just be
It
unavailable.
doesn't mean it's illegal for them to carry it.
It's not illegal either. No, you can still get that medication because a doctor can still write you the
That's what
script.
she's making it sound
And
like.
that's the thing, is she's giving these half bits of information that sound good for the side she's fighting for.
Yeah.
But if you dig any bit into the statements, then they fall apart.
Yeah, she's making it sound like the Trump administration is making it so nobody can get
They have to stay home and die.
HIV medication or PrEP, but that's not what's happening. Do you think the country would go so gung-ho with COVID and getting your vaccine because it's so contagious? But with HIV, they're saying, no, we can't give them medication? That just doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't.
So take what celebrities say with less than a grain of salt, because most of the time they're lying.
For all sexually transmitted diseases. So we're seeing every 3 seconds somebody gets diagnosed with a new HIV infection. And we're just here to say, no matter what the government says, we disagree. We love you. We're here.
I wouldn't say like you love all of them.
I say this all the time.
Because some of them aren't good people. You can't just like blanket statements say, every trans person, I love you, you're a good person. people are different, regardless if they're in one group. They're still going to be different and hold different values. We have trans conservatives.
Do you love
them?
Do you love the one who went to the hockey match with his kids and then left, arrested?
I'm sure she does. And he died.
Died. I didn't follow that the rest of the way. I just saw that he'd killed his wife and kid, and I was like, yep, another.
And then he went bang, bang to his brain.
Yeah, that's usually
So
what they do.
no
So
longer alive.
good,
So
I guess, but not
was-
that way.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's that. And, celebrities being stupid, once again, what do you expect? I mean,
Unfortunately, with that topic that we were just talking about, they happen so often that you're just like, another one.
Another one, like DJ Khaled.
Another one. Really?
Yeah, it's like after a while, you're not surprised anymore. Just like, oh, that happened. Just getting so
Used to it almost.
yeah,
It sucks.
numb to
It
the
sucks.
whole thing.
Every
It's
part
so
of
common.
it, yeah. It's so common that you don't even pay attention because it's like, whatever, it'll be another one next week.
Yeah, it's the same thing with celebrities' opinions. It's like, oh, there's another one. Anyway, like and subscribe,
Did you
everyone.
smell that? It's an opinion. They're just like assholes.
Just how
They all
close
have
do you
them.
want to get to one, though?
Everybody has one
Not
and
very
they all
close.
stink. Anyways, subscribe.
Join our membership to keep this channel going, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Subscribe.
Bye. Subscribe.